Today is Friday, August 7th, and this is your forecast for the northeastern United States. We've been dealing with some hot weather, also some very humid weather. It's that humidity that's making it feel much worse. Actually, the temperature alone is what you would expect, on a hot day in early August, but it's the humidity that's kind of pushing us over the edge. We do have heat advisories in effect still today for the tri-state area with scattered clouds. We're starting off already in the upper 70s and low 80s. We'll climb to 90 this afternoon, but the heat index is going to be somewhere in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. That's what it feels like when you factor in that humidity. And then this afternoon, probably after 3 or 4 o'clock, we'll start to see some storms popping up, and some of those could pack quite a punch, certainly capable of producing some really heavy rain, temperatures falling back into the low 80s. So yesterday, most of those storms were out through central New York, central Pennsylvania, out to the west of the city. Those were heavy rain producers. A couple of them, especially between Syracuse and Binghamton, did produce some damaging wind gusts. There were reports of damaging winds down that way. But as that moves off to the east, the storms today mostly from Philly through northeastern Pennsylvania and down into the New York metro. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot out here in western and central New York today, just hot and humid, but I can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm. It's kind of an unsettled weather pattern. You know when the overnight temperature doesn't drop below 70 that it's humid, because without the humidity, it would be a much cooler overnight. See, low humidity is an air mass that can easily cool off at night. When there's a lot of humidity in the air, it just can't cool off. That water vapor doesn't allow for that to happen. So you end up with overnight lows that are a little bit warmer when it's a lot more humid. So as we look at the future radar, some isolated thunderstorms this afternoon, pretty much same areas that saw them yesterday. But the area that I'm really watching is the 5 boroughs, because it's in this part of the country where we could see some stronger storms popping up this afternoon. Tomorrow's kind of a repeat performance. If you look at it, there's this afternoon, and then there's tomorrow afternoon, maybe a little bit shifted off to the east, but it's basically the same forecast. I think there could even be a few more isolated thunderstorms on Sunday too. So not much change over the next couple of days. It's still hot, it's still humid, and they can't rule out a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms. I did a weather video for Florida, and I basically was saying the same exact thing. So some could say this is sort of a Florida-like weather pattern. So isolated thunderstorms again tomorrow, and then I think we are dry on Sunday, probably for the entire Northeast. Maybe one isolated thunderstorm over the Catskills and Poconos. That's probably where it'll end up happening. Up near 90 again Monday, Tuesday. There's a stronger cold front that's going to come through. Right now it looks like either Wednesday or Thursday next week. That will bring in a much cooler air mass about a week from now. So stay tuned for updates on that. All right, that is your Friday morning weather update, which means it is now time for the weekend. So I hope everyone has a terrific weekend. Remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.